Kenny Lowry. Today we're going to talk a little bit about long-term care and what to expect from your fountain, things like that. I chose a cold winter day here to do that, but this fountain has a heater in the basin, so we do run this when you're around. We do have a separate video talking about winter care, so you might want to check that one out if you have any questions about winter. This one is the first disappearing fountain we installed here about 15 years ago. And in 15 years, it's got a grand total of about 2 hours worth of maintenance. So very low maintenance. It's directly under a crepe myrtle tree, which is probably one of the messiest trees you could put in your yard. Beautiful tree, but a messy tree. Drops a lot of blooms, drops a lot of seeds, and it's directly under here. We've never cleaned the basin on this in that 15 years, and I'm sure if we did clean it, it'd be a couple of inches of sludge in the bottom of it. That sludge is settled down there, and it's not an issue for us, so we've never taken it apart to clean it. This does have the same original pump in it, which is not typical. I don't expect that to happen, but on this particular one, it's been in there for about 15 years. The 2 hours worth of maintenance is us cleaning the intake on the pump. After a while, you get enough debris and things like that will work its way down into your water, and then it'll get sucked into the intake of the pump. You have an access panel over there, so it's a question of raking back the rocks and then pulling your pump out and just basically pulling the debris, just pinching it off and then throwing it out to the side. That's all we do. And now when we go to fill this fountain, what we do is we just pull a garden hose over and fill it up. You can put an automatic fill on it. You can ask us about that when you're ordering. That's an option if you don't want to have to do that kind of thing. Then they can keep it full. Kind of works like a float on a toilet, if that gives you an idea. There's a miniature version of that. Being that it's a closed system is why you don't get that debris build up in there. We take the leaf blower and we just kind of blow these leaves off of there. So really not an issue for us on that end. So cleaning the intake on the pump is really the only thing we've done to this fountain. We did install it properly. You need to do that. So we never had to reset this basin or anything like that. Now, one of the questions we get asked is, how do you know when to put water in it? Well, you kind of get to know your fountain after a while. I know this fountain. I know that's about how much water plume it's supposed to get. If I see that it drops down and it's not pluming up as much as it normally does, I know that it needs water. And if I put the garden hose over on it and fill it up and it still drops down, I know the intake of the pump needs to be cleaned. Typically, we've had to clean the intake of the pump here. The first time was only after about 4 years. But now we do it about once a year. We take and clean that intake pump. It takes less than 5 minutes. Another way you tell if it needs water, if you see air bubbles coming into your water, that tells you that the pump is sucking air and you need to add water to it. You don't want to run your pump dry. You could burn it up. It'll overheat and burn up. So you always need to keep an eye on that. Now, when we lose the most amount of water, everybody thinks it's in the hot summertime. It's really when it's windy. When the wind blows, it can hit that plume of water and just kind of blow it out. So on really, really windy days, we'll cut them off. You can't do that in the winter because you're bringing that warmer, I won't say warmer water, but it's non-frozen water, and you're transferring that up. So you can't unplug it in the winter once you got a heater in it. But during the non-freezing months, if we get a really windy day, I'll just turn it off because it will blow that water out of there and empty out your basin pretty quickly. So that's just some tips, some helpful tips. There's things you're going to get to know. You'll get to know your fountain as you're going forward, and you'll kind of know when it needs water without even letting it tell you. As always, if you had any questions, you can reach us at 540-948-2239 or email me, Kenny@southerngraceva.com.